I know it's bad, but I can't help myself. When I feel sad, I escape from my sense. Lately music's been my reminiscence. That's when I listen. I know.
Hello, how are you guys? I hope you guys are doing good. So today I'm gonna be covering the story of Celeste, a 15-year-old. Without wasting any more time, let's get to it. The dismembered body found in a trunk of a Tesla registered to singer David has been identified as 15-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez, who has been missing for nearly 18 months. Authorities confirmed that the remains discovered on September 8 in the trunk of an impounded vehicle belongs to Hernandez, who disappeared from Lake Elsinore, California back in April 2024 when she was just 13. The Tesla is owned by 20-year-old David, his real name Anthony Burke. His team says he is fully aware of the discovery and is cooperating with police. No charges has been filed and the cause of death has not yet been released. According to TMZ, David and the victim shared matching tattoos on their right index finger. Hernandez's mother also revealed that her daughter had been dating someone named David. Okay, Celeste was reported missing multiple times in 2024. The two noted times were in February and April. People in the neighborhood reported that she would run away a lot and they would help the family in trying to find her. Celeste could have met David as far back as 2022. Discord messages trace back to 2022 when she would have been only 12. Okay, let me look for this. Adding to speculation, The Sun reports that a song titled Celeste, credited to David, leaked on SoundCloud back in 2023 at his live shows. He also incorporated imagery of a casket, a red, and notepad with pencil where fans are invited to write letters addressed to the deceased. Now I did not know this guy personally. I did not know who he was. This video is actually long overdue because I had to do a little bit research on this guy because I don't know him, right? So I did my research and I started looking for his songs, like reading the lyrics. Romantic Homicide stood out for me, where he sings like, in the back of my car, I killed you, or something like that. Okay, I don't know the song, but I actually looked at the lyrics. And there's another song, the one that says Celeste, I'm obsessed. Oh Celeste, afraid you'll only love me when undressed, but you look so damn gorgeous in that dress. Missing you so much makes me depressed. Okay, that's weird. That is so weird. So these are actually the lyrics. Oh Celeste, the girl with my name tattooed on her chest, smell her on my clothes like cigarettes. I hear her voice each time I take a breath. I'm obsessed. Oh Celeste, afraid you only love me when undressed, but you look so damn gorgeous in that dress. Missing you so much makes me depressed. But I digress because, okay, this is actually sad to report. It's actually sad to report this. So I did my research on this. I'm gonna break this video into 3 parts, right? Firstly, I'm just gonna give my opinion on what I think about this whole situation. Second part, I am going to be addressing the mothers. If you're a mother, please tune in. I am gonna be speaking to mothers out there, especially when you have a daughter. The third part, I'm gonna be addressing young girls. So let's not waste any more time and just start with the whole situation. So this guy was dating this 12-year-old, which is not right. It's still she was still a minor when they started dating. That's what the sources tell. For me, I feel like this was wrong from the get-go, dating a 12-year-old. And he even wrote most of his songs, which is what I found very weird, that they are about this girl, right? Even some of his music videos, David has Celeste look-alike in the song that is titled Sleep Well. So this girl with curly hair, light skin, yeah, she definitely looks a lot like Celeste. It seems like this guy had this sick obsession with this young girl, right? And when I say sick obsession, this sick obsession can like make you to do crazy things because it goes hand in hand with possession. So to him, this girl was his possession. And when someone places you in that category of being obsessed with you and wanting so much bad to possess you, it does not end well, honestly. It ends with, if I can't have you, no one else should. That's what obsession and possession look like. If I can't have you, no one else can. No one else should if I can't have you. I feel like the death of Celeste could have been prevented. I don't feel like it was her time to leave planet Earth. I feel like it could have been prevented on so many ways. I also feel like the mother failed her in this. This girl was super young. She was so young and her life was cut short like that. This guy, in his video, his music is like a confession. It's like a confession of some sort. Even his music videos, they are so creepy, they are so weird. The way I see it, this guy was really deep into dark things. That's just how I see it. Especially when there's this video, he's like dragging this person, there's blood everywhere, darkness. It's like as if this guy was so obsessed with darkness and blood and just weird things, the way I see it. Okay, so even a lot in his music videos, he has like girls that look a lot like this girl. In everything that is happening, David seems to be a common denominator in all of this. It can't be a coincidence. He's a nature in all of this, right? So this girl ran away from home. The way I see it, she ran away from home to be with him. And I just can imagine what was happening in her head, what was just going on. I'm sure she thought that was the best decision for her life and that they love each other and they're just gonna grow strong together, everything is gonna be okay. Not knowing what kind of a sick monster she is binding herself with. This guy, for me, he's just creepy. He's really creepy, this guy, for me. And there's a lot that I think they're hiding from everyone, from the public, you know. The way Celeste's mom is so nonchalant about this whole thing, it's just weird for me. Like ever since this news broke out and just broke the internet, I've never heard her saying anything, her family saying anything for that matter. I feel like there is actually more to this than what we are being told. There are a lot of videos, pictures that resurfaced of this guy going with this young girl through like in his tours, videos, live stream, to show that she was not missing. The whole time she was with him. So the way I see it, something must have happened between him and her that resulted into her being killed by him. So this is actually sad to even read about it. Like his music, when you just go through his lyrics, he just untold the whole story. It's like a confession. to me. So this is very sad, and I would love to come and address the mothers at this second part. I would just like to have a conversation with mothers. Celeste, that could have been prevented. You know, as a mother, you are a protector. Stop this mentality of being friends with your daughter. That does not work. Don't be too soft on your kids. If saving them makes you to be a bad guy, so be it. As a mother, you are supposed to protect your child at anything, from anything and everything. No question about that. Okay? So Celeste's mom only revealed one thing, that she knew that her daughter was dating a guy called David. So your 12, you meaning to tell me that your 12-year-old is dating? That's number one, a red flag. She has no business dating, by the way. But she's dating a guy named David, and you don't know the guy. You don't know who she's dating, what kind of a monster they are. I mean, it's a crazy world out there. There are human traffickers everywhere. They are seeking and looking for anyone to devour. And your daughter is dating a guy named David, and you have never met him. You don't know him. You don't know his last name, where he stays, and you are just absolutely okay with everything. That for me just raised a lot of questions. And how can a mother who loves her child just do that? Why didn't you try to find out, like, what is really happening? Who is this guy? You have no business dating. If that makes her to be mad, so be it. But she has no business dating at 12. If you have to take away their gadgets, so be it. How would they contact each other if you have taken away the gadgets? So for me, there are a lot of things that my parents banned me from doing when I was a teenager. And when I tell you that it was not cool at that time, but now because I'm old and when I look back, I am grateful for it. Like I honestly did want to go and have sleepovers at my friend's place and, just have my freedom, But honestly, I was a child. As a child, there are certain decisions that you make that will impact you in a long run, hurt you, break you. But you think when you are making them, you are just making the right decisions and there would be no consequences, none whatsoever. You're just okay with making silly, stupid mistakes, not knowing the impact of them. So that, as a parent, it's your duty to take care of them. Does that mean if you are being strict to your child that you are a bad guy? No, it does not mean that. My mom made it very clear that I'm not her friend. She's my mother. She has a responsibility and a duty to protect me. Because if she's being my friend, she cannot discipline me. You can't discipline your friends. You can't tell your friends. So that's the risk of being too much friendly and being friends with your child. You can't discipline them. You can't tell them wrong from right. You can't tell them anything because they're your friend. You're going to ruin the friendship. You are scared of doing or saying certain things because you are scared that you are going to ruin the friendship that you share. Oh, if I discipline her, she will never open up to me. So what? You have to discipline them. They have to know you are actually in a nutshell, you're actually protecting them from themselves. So as a mother, you are supposed to protect your child at any cost. If that makes you the bad guy, take that with pride. They are actually going to thank you one day. My parents were very much against that. I remember there was this one time that my friend invited me to her house and she was like, we're just gonna do a sleepover, da 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 da. And I was so excited. I was like, I'm gonna go. I knew deep down that my parents are not going to agree to this, you know. And I did propose that request, and what I told them that my friends wants me to come and do a sleepover at her house, and they just looked at each other and they say, no, you're not going. I was like, why? It's like, you're not going. You are just not going, and that's that, you know. But now that I'm old and I look back to it, is that we cannot run away from the evil in this world that is operating, guys. That's first. Other families, they do things differently, you know. Some people might disagree with the fact that there's dark things that are happening, witchcraft is real. Some people might disagree with that and like, that's not real. Just because you're not doing it and you don't know it, it does not mean it's not real. Dark things are real. There are families who are deep into cultish, dark, weird things that you cannot run away from. Imagine taking your child to visit a family that is into dark things. What's gonna happen to your child there? So when you're a parent, you think like that. There are a lot of things you have to put into consideration. Fine, I allow my child to go have a sleepover. What's the worst that can happen? There are cases where children, they went for a sleepover and they ended up getting raped. They ended up in a crossfire somehow, catching smoke. So you really have to, as a parent, to be extremely cautious of your child. If it makes you to be the bad person, so be it. They will thank you later. Now looking back, now that I'm old, I am very grateful that my parents limited my freedom. Obviously, they would not be mad at me for going to the library. They would not be mad at me for doing school projects. They will allow me to go and meet up with friends to discuss school things because I'm a child. So there were certain things that my parents allowed me to do, and there were certain things that my parents would not allow me to do. And that's that. They're my parents. When you are a parent, when the time comes for you to take the position of being a security, that's what you do. When you're a parent, you wear different badges of honor. So as a parent, there will come a time for you to be on your detective mode. And you as a detective have to do your research now. This child has not been behaving normal lately. She's hiding a lot of things from me. You know, you see your child's behavior. You have to read her behavior, her body language. What is she doing? She's always in her room every day. She just comes back from school and goes straight to her room. What is happening? Now you are in your detective mode. As I've said, as a parent, you wear different badges of honor. Being a parent is not just, oh, I'm a parent and that's where it ends. You have entered a lifetime commitment that you can never terminate till death do you guys apart. So when you get into your detective mode, now you are supposed to get to the core of it. There are many cases of parents discovering that their kids have been having conversation, chatting with old men. Like, she's not aware that she's having a conversation with some 50, 60-year-old from another country who's a human trafficker. There are cases where parents rescued their kids from danger. She was not aware. As a parent, it's your duty to look out for things like that. When a child is young, they don't think like far. They don't go far with their thinking capacity. They're just thinking for now. Oh, what worse can happen? He just wants us to meet at the mall. What worse can happen at the mall? Kids get kidnapped at malls. That's the worst that can happen. But their thinking capacity does not take them that far. So you as a parent, it's your duty to get and fill up those gaps that they can't reach. So you get into your detective mode. Sometimes there are situations that can put you into a position of now you have to pray for your child. You have to be a prayer warrior now. So being a parent is not just a walk in a park. The way that people like have children left, right, and center, I'm just looking at the disaster that is awaiting to happen, because they think that a child is just gonna grow on their own. They're just gonna be fine. Oh, it's fine. It's nothing much. It's not that deep. It is way deeper than that. Okay. So the death of Celeste could have been prevented had her mother took extra precautions about her well-being, her mental being, her safety. There was no way that your daughter is having a relationship with some weirdo who's older than her, 4 years older than her, 5 years older than her, 8 years older than her, and you're just okay. His name is David. If this child goes missing, where are you gonna look for her? You only know the name. What's his last name? You don't know. Where does he stay? You don't know. How is that possible? So as a mother, as a parent, you are supposed to protect your child. I wouldn't allow my child to date at 12, let alone date at 14. You are still a child. Until you become of age where you take sound decisions, maybe 19 and above, then I might allow it. But still, I'm not backtracking on that. I still have to know what's happening. Who is he? What's his last name? What's happening? The background check. You have to do that. Excuse me. And the last part, I want to put an emphasis on young girls. Now, my loves, I know when you're young, you are pure, right? And you think that everyone thinks like you, and that is not true. You think that you are the first person to ever be 13. I know how it goes. I was once 13. And you think that the decisions that you take, they don't have like a long impact on you. You're just thinking that, oh, I'm just gonna take this decision and this is where it ends. No, it does not end here. When Celeste took that decision of running away from home and going to be with that boy, she didn't predict the end of it. Now she's found in a trunk, badly decomposed, her life cut short, no turning back. That's the end. She did not predict that. When she was with that man, she thought she is being loved. My young ones, there is no greater love that you can get from other people other than loving yourself. You have to love yourself, and you have to be at peace that you cannot engage in certain things. You have no business dating at 13. You have no business dating at 15. You have to be at peace that I am a child. I should behave like a child. You have no business getting on internet and looking at just like, oh, this guy is so cute and he's so tall. Like, you have no business getting into that. The place where you are supposed to find fun is at library. Go do a sport, activity of some sort. Do book clubs. Whatever it is that will get you focused, that will have a great impact on your schoolwork. This world is very rough. And when you're young and you have this pure mindset, because you haven't seen the worst of it, you're just thinking that everyone has a good heart like you. If you're pre-25, this is how you think. Your thinking capacity haven't stretched as yet. You haven't seen the worst. You are still young. Be at peace at being a child and behave like one. You have no business interacting with someone complimenting you. Hey, you look so cute. Do you mind if we meet? You have no business interacting with that person. The people that you should be interacting with, it's your friends, family, and your schoolwork. Okay? So please, my young girls, listen to me. I was once a child. When I tell you that this is what happened to me when I entered 8th grade. So, excuse me, there was, our classes were like opposite to that of seniors, right? And the seniors would look through their windows and they would look at us, right? We don't even see them, we don't care about them, but they care because they want to deflower, right? That's their aim. So there was this one time I was with my friends. A bunch of guys, they approached us, right? It was 4 of us. These guys were like, it was 6 of them, right? They came to us like a dark cloud. We were all puzzled, right? We are scared, we are young, we don't know what's happening. Luckily, we were at school, right? So it was during like lunchtime. So they approached us and they pointed at me. It was 4 of us standing. They pointed at me. We want to speak to you. I was scared. I was scared because when I looked at this man that is standing in front of me, they are grown ups. Some of them, they have beards. And I was like, no, I don't know what's happening. My first instinct was not to have a dialogue with them, conversation with them, like rejecting them. My first instinct was to run. And that's what I did. I looked like a fool running. I don't care. I don't care how I looked. I know for a fact I was funny running away. I looked funny running away. My first instinct was to run. As they started talking that you're so beautiful, I just wanted to speak to you. I've been watching you like for the longest time. Now I have the opportunity to speak to you, and this is what I want to say. He did not even finish his line. I ran like crazy. When I tell you that I ran like crazy, I left my friends. I didn't even care if they're looking at me or whatever, they are coming behind me. I ran, and up until I got to the other classes, and then I got to this other class and I sat down to try to digest this whole thing. What just happened? I knew that I was young. I knew that I have no business having a dialogue with these grown-ups. They are seniors, they know better. I knew that I was young, and I am not even gonna try to sound or act smart. They are already smarter than me. They've been doing this for the longest time. I'm new to this. So I knew my first instinct was to run. I did that for like many years, especially in my teen years. Even someone would approach me as I'm walking home. They keep on complimenting me, keep on saying things that I don't know. I would instantly run. And when I tell you guys that did me good, looking back at it, I applaud myself. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I applaud myself because I knew that I'm a child and I don't have any business speaking to grown-ups that are not my family. Strangers, men with beard, complimenting me, you look beautiful. I don't care. I know I'm beautiful. My parents tell me that I'm beautiful. I don't need your compliment. So that was the only way I could do it, was to run. I took cover. I did not even have a conversation like trying to like sound smart. No, I don't care. I know I'm beautiful. I was not even in about that business of explaining myself. I would run like crazy. You greet me, I don't have a problem with greeting. You greet me, I greet back. You start a conversation, now you're complimenting me over and over again. I start running immediately. So for young girls out there, please be careful. The world is very rough. Crazy things are happening. Let this whole situation of Celeste, this unfortunate situation of Celeste, be a lesson to you young girls. That when you are a child, behave like a child. When you see that someone is talking to you and they're saying weird things to you, report to your parents. Report to your teachers. Don't wait, don't hesitate for this person to lure you and tell you good things that you want to hear. Because people who groom young kids, they know what to say. They're not going to say things that are going to alarm you. Because they are luring you into this dark hole, deep dark hole. That is the hole of death. So don't hesitate. Report to your parent. When this person starts saying all these things that you don't understand, report to your parent. Mom, Dad, this person is texting me this. This person sent me pictures of like themselves like half naked or whatever. Report to that. You have no relationship. You have no business in being a relationship when you are 12 years old. You are a child. Stay away from relationships. You know nothing about relationships. You are a child. Parents, please guard your children at all costs. That's your duty and your responsibility that is given to you the day you conceive. That's your duty. Protect. And that's it for today's video, guys. Please do let me know what you think in the comment section. I will meet you on my next